come with a priority. Okay, according to the priority, we will insert the item or we will place a person into the queue. Okay, so that means in our node, in our node, there have three members. First member is the priority because according to this priority, we will place this node into the queue or into the list. So this is a linked list because uh, uh, this priority queue is represented by linked list that is easier to understand. Now the first member is P is represent the priority. Second member is the data and third member is next. Okay. So obviously uh, this is totally represent the node. A node have three members. Before in single linked list or circular linked list, we design a node with two members that is data and the next. But here we insert another member or we add another member that is priority because every time when a data want to insert in the list that time it will place according to its priority. So priority should be contained with that node. So now rest of the thing is look like a single linked list, just like we declare one pointer that is start, which pointer is always point to the address base address of starting node. Okay, so if we consider the first time because of very initially we assign the pointer start as null because initially the list is not created or queue is not created. So this null indicates the list is empty or the queue is empty. Okay. So you can set the name of the pointer is start or front also. Because of this is a queue, so you can set the name as a front also. FRONT. Suppose this is the own memory of front and it is the base address is 1000. Okay. Now if front have the value null, so the newly allocated node at 2000, suppose at 2000 is the first member of the list or the first node. So what for the first node, okay, because of this is the first node as well as the last node. So obviously next part will be null. Next part will be null. Okay, and because of this is the first node, so base address of first node always contained by front or start pointer that is 2000. So that is why this is linked with the first node. Clear to all of you? Whatever the priority, whatever the data, that does not matter for the first node. Suppose priority is 2 and the data is 5. So whatever the data, whatever the priority, that does not matter for the first node. Okay, that is always because this is only single node. This is the first node. That is why front is pointing here, and this is the last node. That is why the next part contains the null value. Clear? Now, after that, if the list is created, that means the queue is already created. That means front have a valid address. So that means the new node That time, if insert operation is occurred, so that time the new node will be insert within the list. Okay, maybe that is the first node, that will be the first node, that will be the last node, or that will be the between the list. Okay, we don't know because we don't know how many node is there. We only know that is font is a pointer contain the base address of first node, and that is a valid address. That is not null. So at least one single node is there, or maybe n number of node is there. Okay. Now we have to find out according to the priority where should we place the new node. Okay. So suppose the new node have priority 1. Okay. So first of all we have to think the new node is to be the first node because its priority high. So what is the priority? Priority is like roll number whose uh, or priority is like a number or a value whose value is lesser, his priority is higher. That means 1 is the highest priority, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, just like that. Clear to all of you? So now, for this initial purpose, we just go to the uh, program. You can see here we declare three prototype functions, that is insert of function, display function, and tail function. So there are two operations basically, insert operation and delete operation as like normal queue or circular queue. Okay, you can see two operations, insert operation and delete operation. So what is the design of the structure of a node? So start node have three member, all of you know three member. Number one is data, number two is priority, that is represented by P. So data and P is the number one. Number two is priority, and number three is, sorry, number three is next. That is the, okay. So you can see three member that is data, P, and next. Okay. Now you can see here we declare the name of the pointer, that is front. Okay. Now this is the separation. This is another separation, and there is another type of separation. So all separation indicates the different part. This is header files. So header file should be Onio, should be changed by std lib. This part is for prototype declaration, the three functions. This is the design part of the structure. Now in void main, you can see uh, initially we assign the null value in front, that indicates the list is empty. Now there are uh, some choices within the while, that is insert, display, delete, exit, and enter your choice. Now we scan that choice, request to the user, enter the choice. According to the choice we store into ch variable and send into switch case. Now case 1 is insert operation and break. Case 2 is display operation, because after insertion we need to check the effect of insert. Thereafter, case 3, that is delete operation. Every time after the end of the case we use the break operation, a break statement. Finally, case 4 is exit, and apart from 1 to 4 any other choice goes into default case, and that is a wrong choice. So this is the formation of the main program. Now this is the separation, the function, insert function. So in the insert function, because of this is a queue, priority queue using linked list, so never can be possible the situation arise that is the list is full or overflow, queue is overflow. So always we can insert, this is linked list. Okay, a huge memory is there for insert, and runtime we allocate the memory. So first of all, for memory allocation we need one pointer, that is temp. When malloc allocate the memory, it return the base address of block of memory and it will store into temp pointer. And queue is always visit. Using queue, we always visit or traverse throughout the list wherever we need to go. Okay. So first of all, enter the value and the priority, because after allocation we have to ask to the user enter the value and the priority, that is the data part and the priority. So first input is value or the data, and second input is the priority. So we assign, do not need this space, even no new line. So 2% D, because in priority and the data both is integer. So 2% D, first input is data, so we store the first input into ampersand temp arrow data, and second input is the priority, so second input stored into the temp arrow data, that is temporary nodes data part and queue part contain two inputs respectively. Now we have to think that if list is not created, this node is the first node. So that is possible, the check, that is if front equals to null, so that means list is not created and